is the game, making sure that I don't cover anything up for you. So you load in here, and you have, let me hide my little faces somewhere in like a bottom corner, so that you can see what's going on. So this is like your main campaign page. It's like your menus option. They change this around with every expansion that they have. So you go over to the top, you could just load your campaign or do tutorials or different campaigns that have come in. So you have Caesar in Gaul, or Gaul, however you'd like to say it. And then you can do some historic battles or multiplayer battles. You can edit the settings, and you can kind of get all the expansion packs, so you can see that they have a whole bunch. Actually, they have 4. The Blood and Gore isn't really an expansion pack, but allows you to have a blood option to it, so that when someone actually gets slashed, it'll like gush blood, or some people's heads will actually come off. Which I don't know why it wasn't included in the game to begin with. So I don't know why you can't write in the chat. Let me see here. Can I actually type in the chat? That's a good question. Test. You should be able to, just fine. See if it'll show up. Testing. Putting it on my phone. Let's see. Ooh, good point. The chat isn't working. Well, this is unfortunately on Twitch's end. I'm sorry. I don't know. I mean, I have my testing that I sent on my phone, but that's it. Dang, that really freaking blows. Thanks, Twitch, for being pickles. Well, if you don't have me on Steam, feel free to add me, or you can, I don't know, like send me a message or have someone else message me somehow. I wish I could. I'm still going to keep the chat up in case it does fix itself. So, I mean, I'll still have my stuff all set on my phone, so if it eventually does work itself out, then yeah, we'll go from there. But otherwise, I guess just then for Tutorial Tuesday here, I won't be able to see what you guys are saying, so I'll try to keep it entertaining. And yeah, I'm sorry. I wish, but thanks. Oh, all right. Well, it's good now. I still don't. I can't get it to work on my phone. So I mean, I can type test about 100 times, and I still can't get it to go through. I don't know. Twitch has been having a lot of problems recently, and it's not just on me or you guys. It's just on them themselves. So, either way, we'll try it out. I'll keep the chat open. And again, this is all for you guys. Mattman wanted to figure out what Rome was like, so this is what it is. I could just pick up where my campaign is, but I think I'll just do a historical battle here and show what it's like. Let's see what we have. Thurenberg for this, or we have Carthago. We have the Nile, a big open area. However, I think I'm going to take the rolling. Do I want rolling plains? Rolling plains are a little difficult to play in, just because you have to deal with the fact that there's nowhere to hide, no ambushes that you can set up. Or in the forest. Oh, it's so nice. Through the Gulf for 6 years, and the uprising led by Visxerxes threatened to undo all that he had accomplished. Caesar finally managed to trap the Gallic chieftain at Alesia, but soon found himself surrounded by their reinforcements. We will run it as just a hard difficulty. Wait, do I have to purchase this? I don't want to purchase one. Alright, I guess we're doing this one. After a summer spent campaigning north of the Rhine, the Roman commander Publius Carticus Varus has moved his troops to winter quarters in Russian territory, Roman territory. It's all the same. What's the difference? However, he did not know that his right-hand man, German-born Arminius, had built an alliance of tribes against him. Arminius led Varus into an ambush in the dense forest.
In 9 AD, after a busy summer's campaign, the Roman general Publius Quinctilius Varus marched his legions towards winter quarters south of the Rhine. Though he didn't know it, he was being led into an ambush by his trusted lieutenant Arminius. A noble of German birth, Arminius was raised in Rome and served in her legions. He knew all about Rome's military strengths and her weaknesses.
Whoa, that's not good. It's like a spy. He knew about my weaknesses. Now look at this. Holy crap, that is a lot of guys. Archer unit, 2 archer units, jav throwers, front line. It's a lot of... And the cavalry. The cavalry is not a big problem. That's simple. And I have 3, 4, 6. For me, I'm a big fan of the jav throwers. I keep for the Hastati, I do believe. It's been a while since I've played. Each one of these units have their own particular name, signifying their strengths and weaknesses. It's like having your Army and Navy kind of sorta, and then each little unit you have, you know, a sniper team or a freaking rifle team or your support or etc, etc. Each different to their own. So load on into here and take a look at the battlefield. Now every time you load into a battle, if it'll load, it does show you the layout of it all. And can I just start the battle? Okay, I just have to start the battle. I guess it wouldn't let me know the layout.
Varus! Oh! Quintilis Varus! Give me back my legions!
3 months earlier. Fateful warnings from Varus' local allies.
You are walking into a trap, Varus. The German will betray you. He will betray Rome.
And this is how the game looks. Like, even in game, this is how it looks. It is fantastic.
I think not.
I'm just gonna stroll on ahead here.
Rome may have raised me, trained me, but my loyalty is to my people!
Meanwhile, all the way down there, when he ran on ahead and signaled to the friends of his that, hey, we should fight. You can see off in the wings, here comes the rolling boulders. Flaming boulders. Alright, so if you use scroll wheel, you're able to zoom on out.
We're under attack!
Arrow keys.
Defend them! Hold on!
Are I gotta move all my units. Gotta get all my units back in here. Varus must survive. Get the legendary eagles out of the forest.
Eagle cohorts! For glory! Cohorts parati!
Oh, you gotta get in there. Horses, go! Horses! Horses have to get in here. I don't care if that's my general unit or not. These guys need to get out. You need to, like, full on. Back, 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 back. Run, 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 run. Oh, they're not gonna be able to. Alright, I gotta swing these guys around to, even though there's archers, that's fine. They're just levies. I'm gonna sandwich these guys here in the middle, and my horseman units already did take care of everyone there, but I'm gonna back them up here, and we're gonna try to push my units out. Now you can use E and Q.
We must get through! Where is Arminius? Someone find Arminius! We need
I don't know. Where do I have to push out? Oh, I gotta push out over to there. Ships. Alright, we're gonna keep pushing out here then. If this is where I gotta go, I'm gonna let these back units kinda just fade, and they're just gonna, I mean, they're gonna be sacrificed. I mean, unfortunately, they are going to be sacrificed. There's just nothing I'm gonna do. There's my cavalry. Cavalry need to get up into here. They need to go and, they need to charge to the back line here, and these guys need to push up. I'm gonna rush these guys actually up along the side and then try to flank behind here. That's gonna break the enemy troops. It's gonna make them like weary, so they're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose. And that's when, no, around. Alright, now these guys are good. I'm gonna run these dudes down after they're scattered. I'm gonna, and you can zoom on in. I mean, you can see my guys are holding steadfast. There's no problem here. You can see if they walk, they put their shields up to stop the arrows. And now I'm coming in kind of sandwiching these guys. And you can see they're steady, now they're shattered. That unit did just blink white, which means that it's gone. And so we can continue this push onward here. And these guys are just continuing chasing down. And these are all just longbowmen archers that don't stand a chance against cavalry units. and I gotta just continue my dudes out. Now I'm scared if they're gonna continue fighting in the back. Yeah, they are going to. I'm gonna set these guys back. I'm just gonna fight them here. These guys are gonna be sacrificed, unfortunately. I mean, unless what do we have here? Eagles controlled. Get the legendary eagle legionary. These are not. Oh, they're eagle cohorts. No, 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 no. Oh god. Oh jeez. And these are my other ones. Yeah. Oh, that's legion. Okay, no, we just gotta get the eagles out. So the eagles need to get out. We're good. If the eagles keep running, is this an eagle? No, this is legionary. All right, I'm gonna have the legionary fall back and play D. These guys will fight to death, but I have to sacrifice. Okay. And these guys have all peeled out. These are generals. Whoops, except for my levies. They can come in here. I'm gonna send both my put up my rally. That kind of, you can use the special abilities. So, oh shoot.
Varus has fallen. Every man for himself.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, son of a biscuit. I didn't realize Varus was in there. Dang it. So, at least in this stipulation, if your commander dies, normally that's the worst thing that can happen. Your commander doesn't always die. I'm gonna go back and I'll do another battle. But normally your general doesn't die. You can send him in, and there's a chance that he will. But that's the risk of any battle. I mean, some commanders enjoy being in the front line. They're able to use special spells, like I use Rally, which brings all my guys, if they're wavering, I can use Rally, it puts them back up to full, and like, oh hey, we can fight, we're ready to do this. Yeah, that really sucked. Alright, let me see if I can, I'll just do a custom battle here. That way I don't have to deal with any stipulations. So I have generals, and I will set up with some missile. I love having these dudes. These is my favorites. This is the, what, a Vistati? Valentis. Let's see, we got general and bodyguard. I'm gonna take one, because gotta have the general. And cavalry is my other big favorite thing. I will run you down with cavalry all day long. I'll beat you with a full thing of cavalry, unless you're an experiment. Well, then I'm literally screwed, because spearmen can just go in a big circle, and then I can't do anything, and I just sit there, and I'll walk away, and I'll just stand there like, alright, that's cool. It's cool, you want to do this? Alright, so you can pick warrior. Warrior gives you, if it'll highlight, there we go. So it gives you the war cry and the intimidate, which means when your general runs into the enemy, you're able to use intimidate, and it makes them like scared, like, oh my gosh, we're gonna lose this fight. And you can break down some really high units. So you find their strongest unit, you bring your general in with someone to at least back it up so that your general spearheads in there, uses intimidate, scares them, you send in your back 2 units, you fight their strongest pretty much, and then they break, they shatter the runoff, and you can win some huge come-behind victories with it. So I will grab some war dogs. War dogs are fun to watch. They do some pretty cool things. Let's see, I will grab the auxiliary cavalry, and then I have to have just front lines. Let's see. Gladiators, and of course you can always see, you can just right click and it pulls up the information on each, so their attack, their weapon damage, everything else you can see, what they're good against, and they're each different unit and or who you are. So if I was playing any of the other, if I was playing like Athens or Sparta, you can get Spartans, and they are the best in just melee combat. But, yeah, nothing really beats them. You just have to outplay them, is the only way. So, you can grab the guard here, and you can see that the guard is the best Roman unit that you can pick up. But, each one, again, their own positives and negatives. So, I have a couple of those. I'll grab some spear infantry in case... Oh, I have funds left? No funds left. Okay, well, forget it then. Whoops, I don't want those. I want to remove them. Go. I got 30 funds. So let's see, large, blah blah blah. They have a defender. I want a land battle. I don't want anything, and then there's a navy. I'm okay. Let's see, can I like fight any of these? I just want to see. Alright, fine, don't. don't. I just wanted to know, because I don't like just plain maps. I like something where there's a little something there. So you can see this is the Roman army that they have. A couple different stuffs compared to mine, which I love dicks. Please show me yours. That's what I use for Rust, which is actually funny. I went and played Dota, and I didn't realize I had that name and picked up a triple kill. And I was like, ha! Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. So you can see this is the army. Though they have one extra unit, they have 2 archers, spear cavalry, 3 technically archer units to just my 3. No, they have 4 to my 3, which I don't mind. And they have 2 cavalry, spear cavalry, general bodyguard. I can win. And since I don't have to deal with any crazy stipulation, you can see it's just a wide open map, so it's just gonna be, and this is how every map loads in. So you get to analyze the battlefield. So again, using Q and E, you can rotate it so you can get different views, but you see we're on a desolate like frozen tundra. So sometimes if you're behind, or like you're fighting an enemy that's stronger than you, you'll back your guys as far as a corner as possible, forcing the enemy to walk all this distance. So they have to start somewhere in the red, and they have to walk all the way here. And now, take into fact, you can get tired, even from walking. If they go from fresh to ready by the time, or steady by the time they get here, oh my gosh. So you have fresh, then you have steady, etc., etc. I can show you as it goes into the battle. But even if you get them down their energy just a little bit, every little advantage you can get. The other thing you can do is the AI is a little dumb in that you can set up like a unit way over here and just keep running this unit around, and they'll just keep chasing it indefinitely. So when you're really far behind, I mean a battle where you shouldn't win at all, because in the campaign you have a bar that says like, okay, you have a 10% chance of winning, or a 90% chance of winning. If you have a 10% chance, you just take one unit, run all the way around. They're tired, you go in and friggin' rape them, no big deal. Twitch plays Pokemon. Actually, we've been following me and my roommate for, actually as soon as it came up. We've watched them spend the 12 hours at Mount Moon. For anyone who doesn't know, great times. They were stuck in one box, 6 hours. That is correct. It gets nothing done. Like Twitch plays Pokemon, nothing gets done until people go to sleep. But since it's gotten so popular, they can't do anything. But you are right. It is a great thing to go and check out. And for anyone who doesn't know, pretty much you type in a command and get to play Pokemon. So that's how I play the battle.
War dogs!
So I have some war dogs. I'm gonna send them in front because they're so cute. Look at these. Look at these little guys. They're like men with our little spiked collared pit bull looking things. Like, look at these things. Look at these little guys. They're so ferocious. They're gonna bite your face off. Okay, and then the other thing I do, got some archers, more war dogs. That's my general. That's gonna come in the back. Marcaco! And then I set these guys into triangle formation.
As you say.
Now, triangle formation allows them to spearhead in. So the first unit will hit, then the following unit will be able to go farther in, farther in, farther in. Normally the time it's a giant flying V, but these ones in particular have waves so that they can really break through and penetrate. It's mainly for taking down archer units, but you can take down anything with them. And so you just do continuous attacks, so you basically ram them in, take them out, ram them in, take them out. Rip, rinse, and repeat. So since these are my archers, kind of missile guys, I spread them out as thin as possible, just lines by 2, you can see, except for the back ones. But that just allows you to put down as many missiles as possible while still covering an area. So you can see that they have the cone of effect. You can see the lines that go around here. That means anything that's in there, they're able to shoot at. And if you kind of make it really tight, and if the enemy's right on the tip, only these front 2 guys or front 3 rows will actually shoot. So, you got this here, and these are all my
spear infantry ready.
Put my spear infantries on the end. Triari!
Sons of Mars.
And then I just keep everything nice and tight for my units here, because what'll happen, I'll go in use my archer units, kind of dwindle down, bait some people in coming a little closer. Then I'll send in the war dogs. I'm going to have them on either side. Normally I'll keep them grouped up just because more war dogs in an area is better, but just to make things kind of symmetrical. I keep my cavalry units way out to the side for flank attacks, so once my archers go in, bait some units in, I'll back them up, send in my front line to kind of go against their front line, and then I have the dogs flank from the sides, and I have my horsemen taking cavalry, go all the way around, and then loop in and give it to them in the rumpus room. Meanwhile, the whole time my commander kind of sitting in the back, or general's bodyguard, whatever, sitting in the back doing their thing. So you start the battle, you currently see that the eyeballs are above my head, which means I'm hidden. The enemy does not see me right now. At least these particular units. They don't see my general. They don't see three of my...
What enemy will then stand against us if every man is a hero? Prepare for action.
So, sorry for that. They always do like a promotion, a little war speech before, which is actually pretty awesome. Sometimes they're pretty inspiring. You can see, like, these are invisible, these are invisible. The only thing that they can see are my 2 cavalry at the bottom, and then actually just these 3 units, or 4 units. That's all they see. So right now they have no idea that I have the rest of this. I mean, it's an AI, of course they know. However, they're not able to do anything on it. So I'm going to send my horsemen all the way on out, cavalry. Because they can just rush down right in here, no problem. And then I'm going to send my Velites forward a little bit more. And I'm going to keep everything else. I'm going to sneak these guys over here because AI doesn't see them. So I'm going to keep it that way. Okay, hide these guys. Swing them behind. Animal handler's ready. Bring these guys in the middle. And you can see that they're not moving. They're stuck in there so you have the light missile infantry, they have the cavalry on the sides, 2 cavalry in the back, and then kind of their front line tucked in the middle. And each one, if you look in, you can see that these are all just normal units, blah blah blah, and then you have like the commander of the units, which he actually will smack you with this giant hand, like full on stab people with this whatever the heck it is. But each one, you can kind of see. And then also, for the general, you can see he's got one fancy little chest piece. Which is funny, as they all have the same face, too. Have big old nostril noses. Alright. So we have my guys kind of pushing up here. And you can watch it, so there's different viewpoints. So, I mean, I could just follow these guys all the way along and I can see their spears being thrown. The other option you do have is you can fast forward in time, so I could speed it up so that I don't have to sit here and wait. So sometimes if I tuck my units in the back corner, I will fast forward it, so I don't have to just like, oh great, what are they gonna do? And then eventually the AI does move, but it takes a while for them to. I'll just send these guys up. And I don't mind, I'll go and attack them.
Proud Romans all!
Proud Romans all! Now, the other thing you can see right here, so you have toggle to cinematic, which will then kind of give you this overhead god view of one particular unit. You can see the left click to zoom in, so like, oh man, what can they actually see? So right now they can't, but then you can do that manual kind of view. But just even right clicking once, it's just going to slow them once. There we go. Whoops. Oh. Now they're kind of looking at me. No. Escape just allows you to back out. I just want them to walk. Alright, so the enemy hasn't done anything in all my fun little endeavors from watching. Again, sneak these guys up here a little bit more. Their cavalry will probably come on out to want to fight. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, here we go. See, now they're trying to rotate. Seems like they're just positioning themselves. The other thing I can do is I can just keep an eye out on when that bar gets really close. Now if I push too far forward, they can sneak their cavalry, just boom, just beeline them right towards me, and I cannot rotate my units that fast. So something I'm going to keep in mind. Now I don't really care about my spearman units, my like front missile archer guys. I don't really care much about them. They're a throwaway unit in my opinion anyways. But they do in very large numbers absolutely crush, I mean destroy units. I mean, you can just have a whole army of them and you'll just see white come flying out every few seconds and just watch the enemy just fall. So I'll try to see if we can get a good volley here and show you. So I'm kind of close. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to select all my units and I'm going to bum rush them forward. And I'm going to have to take their first volley. So their first shot is going to hit me and then I'm going to throw. Unless I can get close enough. See? They do have the range on me. So their archers are already taking aim and they're shooting. So because they're the high threat, I'm going to come in and start shooting. Bring my war dogs up. You can see now I've gotten them to kind of come on out. I'm bringing the cavalry out. Now this unit's going to kind of back off because that's what they do. They're going to back off. They're going to back off. I'm going to swing these units up now. I'm going to bring in. So you can see one of my units is already faded, and that's totally fine. That's the point of it. I don't mind. They're a throwaway unit anyways. It's just to get the opponent to move. So I'm going to have these guys swing out and around. These dudes going right into the back. These are the archers. They're going right for those back archers. No big deal. I'm sending my war dogs out. I'm going to have them go on after. These guys coming on in. They're going to go for the I don't want to go for the shock cavalry. But there's war dogs for war dogs. Look at the doggies. They're duking it out.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
What? What the heck? Okay, that's fine. Rush! Rush! Alright, so these guys had already come in and did the charge. These guys have already done the charge. I'm going to back these guys out. I'm going to come back in. Force these guys. Come on in. You can see that they've already kind of began the fight here. You can see that they've tried to come up and flank one of my units as well. Use that war cry to kind of scare these dudes off. Just come in and fight. You know, these guys came out here, so they're going to come and sandwich. And I don't mind. I will take all my units and sandwich one of theirs. These guys need to back out. These guys need to back out. These guys need to back out here. See if they can come in from behind. These guys need to come in here. Now they're going to shoot back in and around. So you just want to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out. So you see these guys are wavering.
Our general is under attack.
And now I'm going to sneak these dudes here and come on in. And everyone's going to just kind of attack one particular unit except for my son. So they can just... But, see my war dogs are wavering. But I only picked up war dogs. And just look, this is my army. This is it. And how I play as I'm a bully. I don't just stand there and say, oh, hey, attack this unit. I run through them. And immediately, that gets them super scared. So I just continue on. I will run through people.
This is a shameful display.
You're right, it is a shameful display. There we go. And now I'm waiting, because you can see that there's this unit coming in. And though you can see my cavalry, I kind of just let them go.
Unit has perished.
But they distracted half of the army, where I was able to kill their whole front line. This is everything. Like this is their army here. All their cavalry is dead. My cavalry was dead also.
Has fallen.
Oh, what the fuck? A general's not supposed to fall. But I guess it happens. So you see, I just sandwich them, and these guys, they have to fight to the death now. So you can see they're in melee, the combat is even, they're fresh. Now they're winded in melee, and they're losing decisively because my units came in and sandwiched them.
Orders understood.
They have one missile cavalry.
General.
There we go. Now that two of their opponents are done,
flee the field of battle.
Don't flee the field of battle. We push! We push like Romans! So I'm just going to walk through and you can see that they're wavering here.
Yes, Commander! Yes, Commander! Engage!
There we go. Now we fight. Although they do have two full heavy guards. And their commander in the back kind of still up.
Praetorian Guard!
Oh, we should be good. Let's see if I can pull one of my guards out. Can I get another one to like sneak out here from the back? Let's see if I'm able to.
Ready for duty. Your orders? Advance!
Sneak these dudes out, and then I can just kind of come in and just push the assault for that heavy cavalry. There we go. Now they're wavering.
Praetorian Guard!
Praetorian Guard! And now I'm gonna kind of sneak them all back towards there. heavy cavalry, and they feel that the battle is even, that they're confident. And it just looks like a total crap show right now. Like, people are just getting stabbed in the face. You see horses wavering, and then these guys are falling. We got these dudes in the back who don't want to be here. And just, it looked like a total crap show because I didn't select two different units. It's like two different armies, although theirs is kicking my butt. So it's just a total crap show going on right here. I'm gonna try to see if I can bully them out by forcing them through. Force. So you push them really close so they clump up, and then you have them attack. You see everyone kind of wavering here.
Our men flee the field of battle.
This is in melee, losing. So as of right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be a very successful battle because now the opponent here is flanking from my side. You see that another one of my center units actually just passed. And slowly I'm backing off, and I can do like rapid advance to get them out or to get them in, but it's not looking good because their commander's still alive where mine died. You can zoom out and see like all the way over here, units are still running away, and just the battlefield riddled with bodies. I mean, horses everywhere. These guys running like head down, shameful defeat. These guys backing off, shamefully running away while their buddies are literally dying. They're going to die on this field.
Ready for orders.
I don't think I can win this one even if I wanted to. If I push through hard enough.
At speed! Yes, advance at speed!
I mean, the only other thing you can do is you can take one unit out, kind of shoot him to the side, and then do like a reach around and then come in from behind them. But yeah, there goes my big unit. They just ran. Like, they're so tired and they're just like, they're out. They're like, oh, F this. I'm just gonna walk home now. These guys too. Like, I love it. Like, all right, guys, we're done fighting. Yeah, I'll see you later. I'm going home. They don't actually run ever. But this body, I mean, this game is so gorgeous.
Understood.
You can just see it's a little bit better when it's not just looking like the same guys kicking the crap out of the same guys. So you can see here that, oh, we're done. And that, I guess you can see that I had lost here. But that is okay. As the nature of this game, you win some and you lose some. I sent my commander in, and sadly he died early. The point of him going in was to then war cry and intimidate the enemy to back off. Didn't play out that way. Instead, he just died. So if you don't kill the enemy general and yours dies, well, that's what's going to happen. Just about every single time. So that was like my quick tutorial on Rome Total War. A lot of fun. I have many hours sunk into this game already. Just the only time I get to play it is when my internet goes out, pretty much. So I have my main campaign, and I can show you here at least how far I've gotten and the places that I've been and what I've explored. And this is how, if you do the story, how your game will maybe look one day. Not exactly, because, of course, if you're more of a fighter, then you may not have as much diplomacy. If you're more of a diplomacy kind of guy and you like taking over by negotiation, then you may not have to build any armies. But I'll give you a rundown of what I've started out with, what I've built, and how I've become what I've become. Now, in the campaign, you get to pick who you want to be. If you pre-ordered the game, you were able to play as Sparta. And only if you pre-ordered. Unfortunately, I cannot get that ability since I did not pre-order the game. But I did play as Rome instead. Customary, Rome is the easiest to play. Gives you 4 starting cities. 2 are in the greatest position. You gotta kind of build them up, but it's still the most out of anything else. You can start as just a 1-town city kind of population, or 3, or up to the 4, which is a Rome. And if you start at 1, you literally have 1 and you have to conquer the entire map. I mean, that's what I have set up, at least for my campaign, is to capture the entire map eventually. Now, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of managing, because this game isn't just about going in and kicking the crap out of your opponent, it's managing every single thing. So when you start the game out, you do start with Roma, which is Rome, Nepolis, and Bidstrom, and then Cosentina, Cosentina, whatever. You start with these 4 pretty much, just Italy. Now, immediately after you have, there's these 2, so you have Chius and Lilibium, but this is what you start with. And you have immediately these 2 towns are your enemies. They are not friendly, they cannot be friendly, you must kill them, as well as this tertiary town up here. So at the moment you can see I have a bunch of land. So I captured these 4. I came up here and took this one as the first. I took this as second, and then I just kind of sat on it and built, because if you pick up this land, this whole big chunk, you get a bonus. Again, I'll get to all that in a minute. Then I came up here and eventually took this, and then I've been working my way around, and I took up here, and these guys are currently my allies, but I'm going to be having to go against them, and these are my enemies as well. So I got to kill these guys next, so you can see I have a pretty decent army just going on in there and trying to take it over. I did eventually come on over and picked up the 2 big cities. This is a gigantic city. Picked up those, and then came on down and snagged Carthago, which this is gigantic as well. I mean, humongous. But since these guys are my allies, I haven't taken over Sicily yet. I will eventually take over Sicily, but I haven't gotten the time. The other thing I did is you start with 1 boat. So for me, I like ruling with diplomacy as well as war. So I have a 50-50 work way of both. So I came over here, I met these guys, was like, oh hey, we should trade. Met these guys, sent the boat on the way down, met them. This is just part of the same thing. These guys will always be at war at, because that's what Rome does, and kind of came up into this area before my boat eventually died. And I also came down into here, and this is all just no bueno. Those guys are bad guys. And same with this area down in here. But everywhere that I tried, I got Sparta, Athens, all of this. These are all friends. Everywhere on this coast, up until these guys, which are my enemies. So you can see that. You can see, like, each time you get different events. So if you end a turn, events will happen. So people will die, there'll be children, someone attacks somebody, someone's now trading or friends with, etc., etc. This is where you're going to pull up all that. You're going to have your forces, so you can see all of your army. And you see you can have like little spies. So my spy was going out and doing a mission onto the enemy town here. Now you have here, you have the providences. So each, what's making money, who's doing what. And then as well here, you have the factions and who's friendly with who. And kind of your standing. So I have trade rights with just about everybody, except for the people that I haven't met yet over on basically this half of the map. Now I'll scroll and I'll just show you like how massive this is. Each one of these is all towns that you can go and get. These are all cities. And you can just look by the map. It comes all the way down to here and loops all the way up into this area. I mean, it is massive. It goes all the way over. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Gigantic. And I'll actually just click to get there a little faster. But this is the whole map that you have to eventually conquer to play, which is stupid awesome, in my opinion. Now, kind of zoom on out and take a quick gander at everything and who's what and the faction owners and kind of what's got the tradable resources. All helpful information here. I see the diplomatic standings, who's your ally, so you can see boom, boom, I have all this as allies, just about everybody. These guys I'm neutral with, only because I'm taking on these guys and they don't like it, as well as no one enjoys this. I made some bad enemies in the beginning, but I don't really care. That's the way it is. You got to kill some people to win the game. So, your faction itself...
Gravitas is the accumulated popularity and standing of a character in the Roman world. It gradually increases or decreases over time through military victories, crushing defeats, and his actions during missions or as the subject of dilemmas. When a certain level is reached, the character becomes important enough to take part in politics.
Yep. Now, each time that you go through things in the beginning of the game, this lady or the guy will give you great tutorials and very helpful information. That is one thing that with this game, it is awesome about. It is super good at, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, this is where you should go and do this, etc., etc., etc. There's no just guessing. So in here, just like it said, you get to see kind of who your strong political factions are. So other houses currently own 47% of everything, and then everyone else is kind of split up. You want to change all this to be one particular house. It just helps overall. And you just see here, just settlements held, all the quick information, but it is a long list of stuff, which is cool. It gives you kind of info on everything. Now you can see again who your allies are. Defensive allies means if you go to war, like someone comes to war on you, they'll come to your defense. Military allies mean if they go to war, they will go to war with you. So Spartans kind of fight with me all the time. Now objectives, these are goals that you have. So if you would have peace, prepare for war. So currently maintain 60 units, and then etc., all the way up. And then you have the ultimate objective, which is to conquer these areas, maintain all these units, etc. Now, trade and finance, you always want to make sure, so right now my expenditure is way high. That's because I have a bunch of units being trained for my war that's going on way up here. I have a whole mess load of units that are higher end are being created, so you can see everything. And just changing the income is going to change your public order, and then of course your growth, but growth doesn't get affected by tax rate. Growth gets affected by things that you build. So you have trade and kind of how much each person is making, and then this is just a quick breakdown of everything. What's the most important, however, is going to be this button right here. This is your technology. You start out and you have to build supply reinforcements. From there, I can build more into offense, which you can see. You can go into the tactics, which is like military side of things. You have siege, you have the civil side, which land management, and then you could build into more of economy, into more of a philosophy. So it gives you all different things. You can just see it. I mean, you click it, and I can start. So it's going to go and do this one first, and then this one, and then this one, and etc., etc., etc. And each one you can see in the bottom left, so right over here, what it is going to do. So it enables the building of blah, 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 blah. Now this is the diplomacy and how you go and initiate diplomatic relations. So if I wanted to talk with this guy, I would simply just go initiate diplomacy.
Greetings!
And see?
Speak plainly and without idle purpose, and all will be well. The sure thrust strikes home after all.
Now I can add an offer, so I can break an agreement with, I can ask for military access, all different things. Sometimes I just go for make a client state. Like if it's one single town, and I completely have them surrounded. So like if I didn't take this place, and I went up and attacked them and came around and took like these 4 in the area, and then talked to them, I would say, hey, I know you hate my guts, but become a city, or my little town, or become part of me, or I'll kill you. And sometimes they will say yes, which is an easy way to not have to fight. So you just simply back out of here, and then I will show you the main Roman city that I have. And this is how it will look. So this is for Rome in particular. Now you need to have population surpluses to grow it, to make it bigger, get you more money, etc. But each one, when you click on it, is going to show you the neighboring kind of cities that you can then manage. So for me, I have pretty much every one of my cities. This is my everything's cattle farm growth production food. Food makes happy people. You want to have food so that you can see +5 growth per provinces per turn. Now, the other thing that you can do, let me see if I find it. So, I don't have it right now. There's currently an issue. What the heck's the issue? Alright. So when you hold a particular set of land, you get to unlock what's called the current edict. Now with this, it allows you to either have -10% auxiliary recruitment costs, giant food and public order gains, or you can have less tax rate. Usually I take the bread and games anyways because I like growth. Growth for all of my stuff is way better than anything else. But there's some reason I can't. Maybe it's because some army, like a rebel army or something. I don't remember. I'll have to again go through it all. But each one of these things you can just see has like a different breakdown. So it's like, oh well, how do I like build anything? There's a huge huge guide.
This panel shows statistical information about...
And again, you just get helpful people up in the top that'll tell you anything that you have questions about. So you can just see, what is your advisor? Well, this is what it is. So if I click this, and I click, like, this guy...
As your campaign progresses,
like here,
growth...
And I just go to this, and it's like, oh, regional growth. What does that mean? Etc., etc. Then you have the encyclopedia.
Rome 2 contains an encyclopedia function...
Shut up, I'll say it. So the encyclopedia is everything you could want to know. Units, okay, view by class. How they go through, and each faction has their own different unit. Well, then you have different characters, okay, champion, blah, blah, blah. Everything you want to know about the game is in this manual. Everything. Ever have a question, just consult the manual. There's a lot to read through, but just every little bit is all in this, which is super, super helpful. But other than that, that was my little tutorial on Rome Total War. This is a fantastic game and a huge time sink. If you like just management games, if you want to watch beautiful cinematic battles, if you enjoy not only controlling one town, one unit, but a massive army, if you like civilization, if you like an art, like anything, this game does it all except for being a first-person shooter, or I guess a MOBA or anything else. But it is a fantastic game. I love it. Love it. I just never get a chance to play it because I have so many other games that I end up playing. But I do thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed the little tutorial how-to. Sorry for my both losses. They're terrible little plays on my part. They're just silly little things on reasons that I lost fights for just stupid